My name is Nick. I live in the Catskills. That's upstate New York. I do a lot of work on the truck videos like this Ram 2500. This is 2021. And I do work in the shop videos in the house. If you like that sort of stuff, subscribe. I am very excited to do this video right now. I am 70% of the way through this kitchen cabinet build. If you haven't been following along, camper bed build videos, there's like 4 of them. There's like an intro, and then there's 3 parts where I built this cabinet. This is my big storage cabinet. This has got the fridge slide out, flush hatches on the side. There's a secret hatch. It's like a bass boat style cabinet. Check out the videos if you're interested. This side, I haven't done any videos on yet because I really wanted to get pretty deep into it so you could see where I'm going with this. Let me change the camera around on the angle and I'll show you what I got so far. I'm very, very happy with it. Okay, let's do it. Very difficult to get this thing on camera in one shot because it's huge. But before I pull it out, this is the fridge slide that I was talking about. Locking drawer slides. These are like 400-pound drawer slides. I had a 1/2 inch of clearance. You could see right here. You can't even get a finger underneath this. You push it down, doesn't even touch. Very heavy-duty drawer slides. I only had maybe 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch up here, and on the sides too. Very, very tight. Check out my intro video where I talked about how I just had no room to get this 42-liter fridge in here. But I did it. I have a build video. It's built out of aluminum angle and rivets. Anybody could build this thing. A buddy of mine too, he built it just right after I put out the video. He followed it completely, built it perfect. Now, again with that intro video, I talked about how I had to build a kitchen, but I couldn't build it like everybody was building. Everybody builds a kitchen from a drawer. They pull out a drawer and you put the stove on top and you can have all your storage in there. It's very, very convenient. It's also very stable. And that's how everybody builds them. But I couldn't do that. I needed a vertical kitchen, which they do not exist. I have never seen a video with somebody building a vertical pull-out kitchen. Just doesn't happen. I needed the clearance here. I needed the bottom of the bed, right? Now I'm going to put a floor here, but I needed basically the bottom of the bed, and I needed 24 inches clear. That gave me only about 15 inches off the side of this bed. So here's what I came up with. It's the same drawer slide as the fridge slide. But these are 60 inches long. 60 inches long. They're mounted on the back here. They are 250-pound drawer slides. Again, I have the same clearance down here, and I am pushing, and it's not even touching the tailgate. It's very strong. This is all built out of aluminum. Obviously, the drawer slides aren't aluminum, they're steel. This table right here, I did not build this as a front rudder table. This is obviously steel. It's a little button right here. You flip it, comes down. It's pretty cool. It also has, I told you this stupid thing is big. I'm off camera here. There's a slide out cutting board. I'll show you a close up of it, I guess, over a different camera. But this thing is very cool. Obviously, it's not done yet. We have this big open space, and this is the part that I'm still trying to figure out right now, but I don't have the time because my wife, my kid, my dogs, we're going away for a couple of weeks, and this needs to really take some processing. I would love to be able to just buy something that fits in this area that'll have I could be like condiment storage, spice storage, right? Utensils, even like plates. If you do vertically, you can do that. I only have 4 1/4 inches. That's it. Only 4 1/4 inches from the front of this 1-inch aluminum tube. This is a square tube. That's all I have. If somebody can think of something, I've been looking at like inside cabinet door storage. If you look up that, it's like a metal wire racks that you can just stuff stuff in, like, saran wrap boxes and aluminum foil boxes, and there's a bunch of different kinds. There's a bunch of different spice racks because those spices aren't very deep, so the racks aren't very deep. There's a bunch of them out there. I haven't found something that I really like. Another thing, this thing is only 18 inches tall, so obviously that is another constraint. A lot of these racks are like pantry racks where they can be super crazy tall. I don't have that kind of room. I got about 18 inches and I got about 30 inches, and that's it. Now, the next thing I also have to do is that Obviously, we don't have a vertical deflection issue. I've already pushed on this, I've seen that. But we do have a racking issue. And I need to do some cross bracing back here. But for now, it's fine. Am I going to put the stove on here? I can put the stove on here once I put the cross bracing on. But obviously, when you push on this part right here, when we're out this far, without cross bracing, it's going to twist. And you could have a problem where the thing could slip off. We don't want fire. We don't want a stove that's on slipping off. We don't want that. So obviously, this stove can go right here. And this can be like a prep area, whatever. There's many different possibilities. Obviously, if I come over here, there's a ton of room right in this spot with the fridge out, no problem at all. Fridge opens up, you can grab stuff, put it right here. There's a ton of room right here, a ton of room, and I am very, very happy with the direction this is going. All I need now is to find the right things, the right pieces to fit, to like finish off this puzzle. But this is the basics. I mean, really, this was the hard part, figuring this out. Handling the twisting, no problem. The cross bracing, finding a little rack. I just got to pick my favorite one. There's many racks out there that fit. I just want to make sure aesthetically it works. I'd like a black one because this table's black. It would make sense. The fridge is black. The inside of this box, if you notice, I painted this black. It's not like the inside of that one. The inside of that one is white because it's completely enclosed and I'm going to have lights in there at some point. This one is black because there is no access right here, but there will be. I'm thinking about putting one of those side hatches, if you remember from this cabinet. I'm going to put a side hatch way in the back on the side so that I could get to this part. When this thing is closed, I want to be able to get to the condiments, the plates, the utensils, while I'm still inside and not have to pull this out. If you remember, with the fridge, I built the fridge so that you could pull it out from the outside or get to it from the inside. Both of those, this has to be the same way. Clearly, this has to be the same way. So, what else did I do with this? Let me change you around. We'll close this thing up, and I will just show you a couple extra pieces to this kitchen. All right. Water. How am I handling water? Well, obviously you saw this blue jerry can. Well, this is an Igloo, 6-gallon. You saw it in this notch out. This is where I'm going to be holding water. It is a very tight fit, for sure. It does come out. If this was metal, this is plastic. If it was metal, I don't think it would come out. Sorry about the noise, but I'll show you that it comes out. Now, obviously, taking that out when it's full, that's not going to be fun. I could do it. It could happen, but I don't want to. So what are we going to do? We got to come up with a pump solution, but it's got to be cheap. As you know, I mean, I've been trying to do everything as cheap as humanly possible. I really am. So I don't want to spend $300 on a pump to pump water out of a $20 Igloo 6-gallon. I have some ideas. It'll be in a different video, but I think I solved it for, maybe under 50 bucks. All right. Also, this is the perfect spot for it. Clearly, this rack comes out. If we had a pump with a sprayer, right? How good is that? You can get to it from this side too. You don't have to open up anything but this door. We could have a sprayer right here, spray the dogs off, take a shower. Many things could happen with this spot right here. It's perfect. That's why I'm using it. Let me move you over to this one. Last thing on this cabinet is this access panel right here. This is temporary. You can see like there's some like ripples in the carpet. This is very temporary. It's just pressure fitted right now. And I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do in this spot to get access to this area, but it's a pretty big storage area. Right now, it just pops up and you can get in here. This also gives me access to the J-bolts that are bolting this cabinet in. And I am thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking about this side. Probably more camping related stuff. So chairs maybe. I could fit 2 chairs in here. I have a really big chair right behind me. And it fits in this spot just barely, but it does fit in here. And I think I can get another one. So for me and Sam, my wife. Or, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe a table's got to go in here. I don't know just yet, but obviously I wanted access. This was the simplest way I can make access. Again, it's just pressure fitted. You slide it in this spot, you align it, and you give it a few whacks, and it's in there extremely tight. But again, yeah, there's some little ripples here, which, you know, honestly, I could just throw a couple of staples, you know, color match staples, and you wouldn't see it, and take the ripples right out. Maybe I'll do that just to make it a little bit neater. But for this moment, it serves its purpose, and I'm fine with it. Let me show you walking in here and show you how much room there is. I'll give you a measurement as well. All right. All right, I mentioned the most important thing was 24 inches. Now, this bed is not rectangular. It's not rectangular. This cap is custom, totally custom to fit this non-rectangular bed. It's actually thinner back here. It's wider up by the cab. So right here, and I made these cabinets square, 24 right here, which means back there it's probably, I don't know, 26. I haven't measured it yet. Man, 26 and a quarter. All right, so 26 and a quarter. So I have 24 here to 26 and a quarter back there. A ton of room. Sitting down, fine. I mean, obviously we can have a table back here, and which I will do. We'll do that in another video. I know exactly what I want to do. It's very, very simple. I don't have to build anything, which is nice. If it's cheap and really good and I don't have to build it, that's right up my alley. That's right up my alley. And we're going to put the dog boxes in the center. That was an important part. I kind of like, honestly, like, I put the dog box in here. I slid it in. It's almost like there's a little too much room. I would have liked a little bit tighter of a fit, to be honest with you. Back here, since it's 20 and a quarter and not 24, that little extra 2 inches. Let me bring the dog box. I'll show you how it fits in here. All right, you can see right there. It's probably about 6 inches. Maybe you can. I don't know. Little, you know, it's. I would have liked it a little bit tighter, but clearly I do like the room to be able to work back there. You know, turn around very easily. Have a table, sit down at it. It'll be fine. There's another dog box that goes in front of it. We'll bolt them together. We'll strap it down. Everything will be great. Let's talk quickly about cost, because I'm seeing my breath now and I'm starting to get cold. This cabinet right here, I don't think I ever mentioned, this is like $350 to make. That's with the fridge slide. That's it. $150 for the fridge slide, $200 for the rest. This was cheap. That's not including the fridge. This side, definitely more expensive, without a doubt. The draw slides were $250. So the draw slides were almost as much as this thing over here. $250 for the draw slides. They are lockable, and they're the best ones you can get. If you wanted to build something like this, just like I said with that fridge slide, just buy them. It is what it is. It's $250. It is what it is. This table, this front runner table, I think this was $250. This is a steal for $250, because if you compare it to the other ones on the market, they are just astronomical money, $500, $600. This thing is great. I have to say, I cannot believe they're only charging $200, $250 for it. I'm going to link this in the description. I think it was $250. It might have been less. But, I mean, it's kind of a universal attachment too. I didn't use their bracket or their hardware. I just stainless steel riveted this 11 rivets, 3/16 by hand. If you know anything about stainless steel rivets, 3/16 by hand. Brutal, but it is what I used cheater bars and I got it done. With the cutting board that slides out, which you can't see right now, that's pretty cool for that kind of money. Let's say it's $250. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Draw slides $250, that's $500. The aluminum to make this rack was $150, that's $650. Then you got the cabin and all that kind of stuff. Throw in another $150 for that. Looking at $800. Then I need that spice rack, condiment rack, utensil rack deal. Let's say that's going to cost $100. I'd probably get it for less, but let's say $100. That's $900. $900, $350, talking $1,250. First of all, where are you buying this thing for $900? There's not a chance in hell you could find this thing for $900. This thing is like I don't even know. Somebody made this thing. This is like $3,000, I would assume, right? You throw in a stove and the fridge, you're talking like an extra $500, right? So $1,750. For under $2,000, you can be completely set up. Clearly, that's without 12 volt, but you don't need a whole crazy 12 volt system like I'm going to do. You just got to wire this thing up to the battery. Just remember to detach it, obviously, right? And yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have a second battery. You toss it another few $100s for that if you had a second battery underneath the hood, right? Just a regular, just lead acid, right? Just a little lead acid battery that connects to a solenoid that runs off your alternator. Totally no problem with one of these fridges. So for $2,000 with the battery setup, that's what it would be. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I'm very, very happy with the money that I've spent and what I have got for the money. Clearly, this would cost a lot more if you were getting it built by somebody. So that's it. A lot more videos to come. I mentioned the 12 volt. That's going to be next. I'll do an intro to the 12 volt. I'll show you exactly what I'm doing. I'll lay all the stuff out that I bought. I've been collecting this stuff for over a year. I really have been. And I've been looking for deals and Black Friday stuff. And I really have. And I've gotten good deals, and I'll tell you about all those deals. And then we're going to start installing the stuff. I'm going to install it very simply at first, just so we can get it running. I'm going to test it, and then I'm going to build something really nice to like show off some of the parts and make it like more easily accessible. But for now, it's going to be in this cabinet on this side. And she's got to hook the solar up. We've got a lot of work to do. So I will catch you on the next one. I hope you like this kitchen. I'm going to keep working on it, and when it's all said and done, I'll give you a total walkthrough of it. All right, catch you later.